Friend and I were sitting around a campfire talking about business and life. We both struggle with how to keep culture strong and people connected, especially around remote teams. We're both still hybrid in our businesses, and there's certainly a lot of benefits to that. And even still run into a few unknowns or awkward situations from time to time. The world has certainly changed. I think 10 years ago and certainly 20 years ago, culture wasn't really talked about. It was just how things were at one company or another. And I remember at one place in the old days, it was a fairly militaristic culture. And the rule was you didn't leave your office without your jacket on, like a suit jacket, because we all wore suits back then. And it didn't matter if you were going to the office next door or you were going to pee, jacket on, did not matter. And there were things I liked about that place and a lot that I decided I would change in my own company and did. The jacket policy, no jackets required policy, a la Phil Collins. Well, fast forward to today, and building a great culture isn't just a nice to have, it's a make or break factor that can determine success or the downfall of a company. It's the glue that holds everything together, the secret sauce that turns a group of individuals into a high performing team. So let's dive into why culture matters, campfire style. Yeah, how I think we get it right and wrong, along with the consequences and the benefits. Think about team fit and alignment, and imagine a rowing team where everyone is out like in sync, rowing in different directions. Or worse, maybe everybody's paddling in their own canoe. Can you imagine watching that? That actually might be a pretty good Olympic event. I'm not sure. Other founders say, why does it always feel like I'm herding cats? And I think that's what happens when a team lacks fit and alignment around the company's mission, vision, purpose, and core values. When leaders get it right, it's like a well-oiled machine. It's everybody rowing in harmony, in sync towards a common goal. The cool thing is that becomes part of identity. They'll say, we do this, whatever it is, because it's who we are. Or better still, it becomes their own identity. They own it and say, I do this because it's who I am. And I think that's really powerful when they own it. It fosters a sense of belonging, increases engagement, and ultimately drives productivity. On the flip side, when leaders don't cultivate a strong culture or just take it for granted or let it work itself out, it's kind of like a ship without a rudder, just drifting aimlessly. Wherever the wind blows, that's where the thing is going. And whether you create culture intentionally or not, your company has one. And the problem is that it may not be the one that you want to be known for. Aimless drift leads to disengagement, high turnover, and often a toxic work environment. Kind of sucks. It's a downward spiral that can erode trust, stifle innovation, and ultimately jeopardize the company's future. Has you ever worked for a company like that? Probably not for long. I find that people either go there and stay there because they don't feel like they can go anywhere else, or they're just out fast. Yeah, so much turnover. So what do we do with that? What does fit look like? And I think it's important from the outside for job candidates, kind of assessing culture fit, like looking for it coming in, and also for us as leaders, what do we want to do to create that culture intentionally? Well, for job candidates, culture fit is absolutely crucial. So if that's you, look beyond the job description and pay attention to how employees interact with each other. The company's approach to work life balance, for example, and most importantly, whether the core values resonate with you. Do they even have any? And if they don't, maybe you should rethink. But for leaders, we want to make sure that we stay attuned to the real pulse of the organization. It's really difficult in a leadership position because a lot of times you only get good news. Bad news, it doesn't travel. People want to, tell you that things are good. They want to tell you the good things. But open communication is so important. So encourage that. Seek feedback from all levels and be vigilant for signs of dissonance or discontent. Because if you think it's there, it's definitely there. And if you don't think it's there, it's still probably there. So pay attention to those and make sure that you're taking that feedback and doing something with it. A great culture is the bedrock of a successful company. You obviously you have a company, you have a culture, and it might be the US Navy or it might be a pirate ship, but it's, probably somewhere in between there. But like attracts like. A great culture attracts top talent, inspires loyalty, and drives performance. And for leaders, getting it right means fostering an environment where everyone is aligned and motivated by a shared purpose. For job candidates and new hires, it means finding a place where they can thrive and contribute to something meaningful. It's something bigger than themselves. It's a win win for everyone. I always love asking this. What do you do to build a great culture in your business? Share your tips in the comments below.